guys, welcome back. We are here at MTH headquarters in Columbia, Maryland to talk with Andy Edelman of MTH about some exciting products that are coming up in their HO line this fall and into the future. Now, we had done some of this at the National Train Show in Cleveland, but had some audio issues. So I'm taking this time to re-talk about several of these items coming out. There's several items coming out, Andy, and could you tell us about some of those items and we'll take a closer look?
Absolutely. I'm glad you guys could get over here, James. It's good to see you. And good to see you at the Cleveland show. At Cleveland, we did have quite a few new HO items, some that were previously announced, some that were brand new. Probably the most interested one that we get from folks is the ES44, the GEVO. And our model, of course, features operating charging lights. You know, it's funny, we get a lot of people will come up to us and go, well, is that really real? And in fact, it is real. The real locomotive was developed by GE as a selling tool to sell that locomotive into the various railroads. And those charging lights are supposed to represent the tractive motor charging and powering back the battery packs in the prime mover and so forth. And we've been able to capture that same effect with our model and our ProtoSound 3 technology. You can turn those lights off for those folks who think it's a little too much. And maybe down the road we'll actually see those lights on some regular paint schemes, but right now only on the GEVO version. And the neat thing about the GEVO version is that it's also available in a different configuration. Typically a locomotive from MTH will come with a DCC ready function where you can add your own decoder, or ProtoSound 3 or ProtoSound 3E Plus. And the 3E Plus model, and we'll show that to you in a little bit, is developed for Markland track, for C or K track, the stud rail. So it runs on AC or DC power, includes a 28 function DCC decoder, our own ProtoSound 3 DCS decoder, and Motorola 1 and 2 decoders. So quite a varied functionality with that ProtoSound 3E Plus model. But what everybody saw at Cleveland, and what you'll look at again in a few, is the normal 2-rail ProtoSound 3 model with the charging lights, operating ditch lights, LED lighting, full digital sound, built-in speed control, and operating remote control proto couplers, which allow you to uncouple the train using the DCC controller or our own DCS controller anywhere on the layout. And for folks who don't like that, we include KD couplers in every box so you can outfit your engine that way. So it's pretty cool stuff. In addition to that, we've got, and we debuted them at Cleveland, the R17 subway sets. We've only got 2 car samples of each color scheme that we're doing, the blue and silver and the maroon, but they'll be offered in 4-car configurations and 2-car add-ons. And each 4-car configuration will actually be available in 2 different ways, as a local and as an express. So you can build a 10-car train if you wanted to, with 2 powered cars and 8 unpowered cars. The neat thing about these cars, like our passenger cars that we've already got in the HO line, they're equipped with LED constant voltage lighting. So flicker free, great looking graphics, very well detailed models, better than any other subway models that have been out in the past in HO, and the first of what I presume will be several more subway models as we go along. For those folks who are familiar with our O-scale business, we've done dozens of different subway models over the years, modeling both the MTA out of New York and the CTA out of Chicago. So lots of fun stuff coming from us, from diesels and subway models. At Cleveland, we also had the C&O Allegheny, which is our latest die-cast steam locomotive. That's in production now and should be out later this fall.
Cool. So sounds like a lot of products from MTH are coming out. Lots of excitement surrounding them. I specifically saw internet buzz about the subway cars. And personally, as a modeler, I'm excited about the ES44AC. I think it's one of the most exciting, or the most exciting product coming out this year. Just lots of great products from MTH coming up. I like the remote couplers personally, because again, on the other side of the layout, you can remotely uncouple stuff. And then you got the KDs, which I think I just learned at the National Train Show. They're KD branded couplers that you have in there, optional, even though I've got several MTH products that you can put on instead. So lots of exciting products. I'm really excited to see a closer look of what the MTH product line has in store for myself and all of you guys. So let's take a closer look at that now. So here we have an up-close view of this model. Keep in mind this is still pre-production. Some changes to be made, including the handrail painting. Paint scheme is going to be a little different. Maybe a few other tweaks before final production this fall, this late summer. One thing I did notice is MTH has added MU hoses already installed with silver tipped painted ends to represent the connections on the hoses, and that was a customer request. I'm sure they got a lot of, and kind of shows they listen to the customer's improvement suggestions. You can see those charging lights, which, as Andy mentioned, were prototypical, and on the front, ditch lights and those remote couplers. Separately applied grab irons are featured throughout this locomotive. Now we're going to listen to the bell real quick and move on to the next model. I'm really impressed with this ES44AC late model from MTH. So here's a shot of the ES44AC, similar to the one we just viewed on the run-by shot, but the difference with this is it is Markland compatible and Euro friendly, and so basically MTH has labeled this Series 3E+. Another feature I wanted to mention on the last locomotive is this nice fan grille that you can see here. They've done a real nice job of representing the fan grille, how it's raised above the body, but it has those three hollow areas in between on each side. I think as far as late model Gevos I've seen, just test shots, and the actual model we have here, this is the best model representation of that fan grille. So really nice job by MTH doing that, and that is just one of the features that has me excited about this locomotive. Next on the line of locomotives coming out from MTH is another variation of the late model ES44AC, but this one is a personal favorite. It's the UP version. Now, I've noticed some people had comments about how the PTC antenna array is kind of floating above the cab roof. Well, guys, this is a pre-production model, and a lot of you guys may not realize that with pre-production models, what you're dealing with is a sample from the factory that the company can then look at and make adjustments to. This is one of the adjustments that MTH has decided that needs to be made to better represent the prototype. So that PTC antenna array will be more flat and embedded into the roof, so it's not sticking up so much. So these are processes that take some improvement. Nobody's perfect, no manufacturer's perfect. So what they do is have the sample so that they can make the improvement down the road. That way the end user, us, the model railroaders, will have a better product in the end. Next product we're looking at is the new Dash 9 from MTH. This is in Santa Fe scheme, as you guys can see. It's really nicely done. It's got nice details. You got the three antennas up top, a safety tread up top, the handrails, which are always sturdy from MTH, nice metal handrails. You know, these locomotives are really durable locomotives. So what I wanted to do for you guys is just give you a nice look with the model featured without any background noise or background images getting in the way of how great amount of detail is located on this locomotive. They've got nice fan grills along the side, nice dark colored vents around there that almost has that weathered appearance, but not quite. Just shows that they get used on these locomotives. And the little cab window in the front, along with that MTH LED lighting. Turns out pretty nice. So overall, another great product I'm personally looking forward to from the MTH line. So this was a big miss at the National Train Show. I forgot to record the subway cars that MTH will be offering here. Now these are pre-production models just like all these models, so I just want to remind everybody that there's a lot of changes that could possibly be made. Now these are nice subway cars, nice details. You can see they've got the nice gates here and just real nice details. They also offer flicker-free lighting. Boy, I'm trying to say that twice. Which means that you'll be able to run them on your railroad or subway without all the flickers that are seen from inconsistent voltage or little breaks in the track where the track's dirty. They've got a little capacitor inside, stores up some energy so that those lights stay nice and steady when you're running them. I personally enjoy that on the Southern Pacific line set from MTH. You can run those around without having a stroke from the strobe effect. So it's nicely done. Again, another great product from MTH coming up later this year, or into next year actually on these. So now we're taking a sneak peek at the Allegheny steam locomotive coming up this fall from MTH. What you see here is Chesapeake and Ohio 1604, which is at the Baltimore and Ohio Museum. And then they're also producing 1601, which is at the Henry Ford Museum up in Michigan. So 2 steam locomotives that are on display, still able to be visited by the public. Pretty cool. They should have real good sales on those since they're around the museums, and I've personally just visited 1604, so maybe this will be in my future. But really nice details on this locomotive as well. Their steam line is always well done, usually nice die cast, very nice details. I love the synchronized puffing smoke, just great details. Their bells and their whistles are well done with that Proto Sound 3 featured in those locomotives. So nice realistic coal load, lots of details on this steam locomotive that will have lots of modelers excited to add this to their line. Well guys, that wraps up the visit to MTH. We talked with Andy, we looked at some of the great products coming up. Andy, I want to take this time to personally thank you for letting me visit. Huge, impressive complex they have here. They're on a lot of scales and one of the major players in the industry. And I'm really excited for MTH's future because it looks really bright with all these cool products. So thanks for your time. Thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time right here on my channel. Take care.